Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic Wrath and our human rogue, Joyous journey. It's raining now in Theramore, and yet the sun is still eerily present. That's a pretty good one. Just some strange sunshine on a rainy day. Kick things off here. We are going to be heading to the north today. We are in a group that may go out for either Maradon or Zul'Farrak, assuming we could find a tank. It is a Sunday. It is January 1st. It's the new year today still for me here as I record this. And yeah, it's 11 o'clock, so for some people that means they're still sleeping last night off. And yeah, for the past 5 or 6 years, I've had this thing where on those big days where everyone is like drinking and partying, I don't do anything like that. And so yeah, I woke up this morning feeling great. And completely rested. I've never really understood like why a person would want to start the new year with a hangover. Not that everybody does that, but I've been around plenty of people in my life who have done that exact thing. And that just seems like a terrible way to start the new year. Alright, Captain Darrell. Captain Vimes thinks the Grim Totem are behind the destruction of the Shady Rest Inn. They wouldn't have been the first on my list of suspects, but if Captain Vimes sent you here to follow up on a lead, he must have his reasons. Regardless, the Grim Totem have been a thorn in our side for some time, and we're always glad to have the extra help. The Grim Totems may be the most warlike of all the Tauren clans, but they're by no means unorganized. If they're the ones who put out the torch to the Shady Rest Inn, they'll have had orders from one of their clan leaders. There's a large Grim Totem settlement called Blackhoof Village to the northwest. They've been using it as a base to attack the tower, but I'll bet that you'll find the orders you're looking for there.
Till next we meet.
What else do you have? Arms of the Grim Totem. If the equipment you found at the ruins of the inn belonged to the Grim Totem attack party, there's likely to be more just like it within their camp to the northwest. We haven't been able to gather much information about Blackhoof Village, but judging by the size of the raiding parties, there's a substantial force base there. Do whatever you have to capture some of their equipment so that we can compare it with the findings at the inn.
Be careful.
Whew, okay, lots of Grim Totem stuff to do. And it's all gonna happen north of us, which is perfect. So like I'm not taking a summon until we have a full group. So it's Zul'Farrak it looks like, but yeah, I'm not taking a summon until we have a tank. Because I don't have anything to do in Zul'Farrak besides wait, and I have plenty to do besides wait. It just has to happen right here. So yeah, when we get a full group we'll take a summon, but not a moment before that. And if that means they want to replace me, then I guess that's what they'll have to do. Yeah, I figured I could at least say something. I could at least say something, and that's what I'll say. We picked up a Grim Totem note. Oh, combine 4 Grim Totem notes into the Grim Totem battle plans. Oh. That is what we're doing. Okay, so we need to fight a bunch more people. Yeah, we need Adrenaline Rush to come off a cooldown. However, we might go do this run. What are the odds I can get 2 notes off of this? Probably not that good. Let's go ahead and accept the invite. Probably going to be a good idea to get poisons back up on our weapons here. Unfortunately, right now, we only have the one Zul'Farrak quest. There are lots of other Zul'Farrak quests. Somebody leave the party. Oh, no! Oh, we got summoned here, and he left the party. We got 17 minutes left on our... Okay, we're gonna turn this into something fruitful, and we're gonna at least go grab some flight points. Because, yeah, this was not what I wanted. I should have waited. I don't like it when groups put out summons before the group is ready to go out. I don't think people should be pulled away from what they're doing, even if what they're doing is nothing, to sit at a stone waiting to fill a group. That's why we need the Looking for Group Finder to be in its full working state, where we can automatically get grouped with tanks, automatically get grouped with anybody. He left because there's a 50. Yeah, I don't want to be here with... Maybe, you know what? Is there a 50 in this group? Yeah, that's gonna kill the experience in Zul'Farrak, right? If they get up the stone, I can see. Well, this probably just completely derailed us in everything we were doing. I think we can get a direct flight back from here, hopefully. Not like he was gonna lose XP, he was 44, okay? It's if someone eclipses the level of the dungeon, everybody loses XP. It has nothing to do with the one person who's like a lower level. It has to do with the higher level person. Yeah, let's
What can I do for you? Keep your feet on the ground.
I wouldn't mind doing this, but yeah, I don't want to. I'm not gonna wait down here. You know what I mean? Luckily, it's not too long of a flight back, but I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm tempted to just go quest. But that's more my annoyance about being summoned prematurely and not really a desire to not do the dungeon. I'd like to do the dungeon, but I don't need to. I didn't realize it, but we are going to be going into Zul'Farrak, or Tanarus, pretty soon. Pretty soon. Yep. I don't like the vibe I'm picking up. The looking for group thing is a mistake. Agreed. Agreed, but still I think I'm going to go quest. I think that's what I want to do. Maybe I should be patient. I don't like the some of the negativity, but some of the pointless statements like, okay, go to a new game, then don't just tell us about it. Go do it. But yeah, I agree that we needed the cross-server group finder. Without the cross-server group finder, all that's going to happen is that like finding groups while leveling up is going to get harder and harder and harder as the game ages. Like at least until they release the next expansion or do something new, it's going to get more and more difficult for people to find groups. And yeah, I remember in Wrath, just like I'd level characters exclusively through the group finder. I remember just sitting and reading books between dungeon pops. Sitting in town, chatting with friends, reading books, waiting for dungeons to pop. That was a good time. And I think a lot of people like to engage with the game that way. I know they want to force people out into the world. They want to force people to communicate with other people. There are lots of places and avenues for people to do those things in this game and in other places if they want. But I don't think it's okay to force people into that style when that, you know, the core game actually naturally changed over time for a reason. And I think we need the looking for group finder back. That's my only point. I don't think that adding the looking for group finder back into this game at this point could possibly harm anything about the social structure of this game, okay? This is a re-release of an 18-year-old game. A lot of the people playing it, some of us have been playing for 20 years, some of us are new, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect how the game feels to play that much by putting that back in. What it's going to happen is it's going to feel better for lots of people. It might feel worse for one or two people who really like being forced to spam for groups, who really like being forced to run to stones. Those couple of people in the world, those two people, are going to like the game a little bit less. Are they going to stop playing it? No, they're not. Come on. But they're going to like the game a little bit less. They're going to complain about it a little bit more. But for every other single person besides those two people, I feel like the game would get immeasurably more enjoyable if we could just throw ourselves into a queue for a leveling dungeon, and then poof, look, we're in one. Now, keep your endgame heroics. Don't let us queue for automated heroic runs. That's absolutely fine. Because over time, the majority of a server's active player base is going to be at endgame and not leveling up, so let us queue for the leveling stuff if you want, and then leave the heroics out of it. It's a pretty simple solution. But it needs to come back. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, maybe we chalk it up to, we got the Tanarus flight point. We didn't have to run through Thousand Needles to get it. That's actually a pretty big win all on its own, if we think about it that way. I want to go finish this quest before we come back and turn this in. Yeah, just bad. What I'm worried about is if I stay in the group that I'm not going to have time to actually do the run by the time they put it together. That's kind of the thing I'm worried about. So we're looking for elders, I believe, are the ones that have the notes. They'll be able to replace a DPS no problem, I think. It's just finding a tank right now that's proved impossible. Some multi-dollar company. Nice bellular reference, man. They have multiple dollars. I feel bad killing the tiny little puppy spirit wolves. So they could have made them a little bit bigger. That's all I'm saying. Probably would have become like a screen clutter thing at that point. I'm not very good at socializing with people, but I do try to be polite. Polite and quick. Okay, we got the 4 notes we need. You are just like right in my space. This is my tent now. My tent. We're gonna read my note in my tent, and you are gonna go away. Okay, back to the tent. Oh god, that scared me. Oh, first jump scare in World of Warcraft in 20 years. Right there, first jump scare. Grab the timestamp. I don't know where that NPC came from, but it scared the crap out of me. Did we ever succeed in reading the note? We didn't. We didn't. We got interrupted. Okay. I have sent you a force of considerable size, Elder, but you must take care in your activities. Your first priority will be to halt the advance of the Alliance curs into our lands. Some of the more adventurous humans have already started the construction of a large building on the border of the Barrens. See to it that they know their kind are not welcome beyond the borders of their wretched Therebor. Lastly, a word of caution to you, Elder. Do not make your plans known to the ogres of Brackenwall. Those brutes are incapable of even the slightest hint of discretion. Agashem. Doesn't sound good. How cool would it have been if the Shady Rest Inn could have been a questing hub for Alliance to quest in the Barrens? Even if it was just the Southern Barrens? How cool would that have been to have some Alliance stuff to do in the Barrens? I think it would have been awesome. That would be a cool idea for Classic Plus. Putting faction questing hubs throughout the leveling experience in places where they weren't originally. Like, let's get some Horde stuff going on in Westfall. Let's get some Alliance stuff going on in the Barrens. Give us access to those dungeons that you know, we wouldn't have had access to normally. Not easy access to, anyway.
How may I help?
Captain Darrell glances at the battle plan. I'd say it doesn't get any clearer than this. They've taken it upon themselves to fight back against human settlements in the area, and I have little doubt about that Theramore is next on their list. Okay. There's no doubt about it. These match the description exactly, but there's just one problem. These have never been used in battle. Blackcliff Village must not be the only Grim Totem post in the marsh. No, we know it's not. A dagger that we don't need. An axe with strength and agility. 43 top end and 1.6. I think we need this. This is the fast offhand weapon that we need. They do exist, guys. Fast offhand weapons do exist. And then we need to put the sword... Well, the sword is 2.3. This axe is 2.7. So we're going double axes right now, guys. That's what we're doing. Let's get some poison on it. I think a double axes is a really cool, like, vibe for a rogue. It's, like, really not what you'd expect.
Hello.
But it definitely works. I can't spare any men to help search for a second Grim Totem outpost, but I think I know someone who might be able to help you. Deep in the quagmire to the south, there is a small... Wait, we know about Tabitha.
Till next we meet.
And we know about the other Grim Totem outpost, so... There's that. So yeah, we are headed down to Tabitha's next. We can take the road part of the way. I'm excited to have this quick offhand. I didn't know if we were ever going to get a really quick offhand unless we were going to use daggers. But yeah, apparently there are some axes and some swords. We saw some rapiers and some other swords that were quick. So we're really going to have to be on the lookout for those if we want to build the rogue right. From what you guys have told me, we really want the slowest weapon we can get in our main hand and the fastest weapon we can get in our offhand. So this is potentially really good for us. Do you guys ever hear me just guzzling my coffee? I usually mute, but recently I've just been guzzling it when I need to. This playthrough has felt so different compared to like any other playthrough in WoW that I've done. One of the biggest things that feels different that I didn't know would be this reverberating through the playthrough is not going to Stranglethorn. It feels like we skipped like 5 hours of gameplay. Because I keep thinking like, yeah, we're not ever going to Stranglethorn. We're not going to Stranglethorn. We're not going to... We're gonna be going to Tannerus probably next. And then maybe straight to Ungoro. I don't know, guys. This has been a... We've been gaining levels really quickly, and I've just been having a great time.
Light be with you.
So you want me to scry for Grim Totems, huh? And what will you say when I tell you there's no need? I would tell you we were here before already helping you with these guys, so I'm not surprised. There's no scrying necessary to see the trouble with my new neighbors. And if this is the band that burnt down the Shady Rest Inn, as you claim, there's no reason to tolerate their presence any longer. Take this torch and raise their camp to the ground. She is vicious, man. The other guy was like, you go talk to her. She's like, I'll tell you what to do. Go kill every single one of them. We're done.
Be careful.
Like, why is she not in charge? They said she'd lived for a long time. I'd like more information about that. Because I don't think simply being a mage allows you to live for longer. As a human, if you were a warlock and you made like pacts with demons, could they extend your life? I'm interested to know about that stuff. This is going to be just a vanish type of situation since we're looking for the specific buildings. We'll clear around them if we have to. I thought it would be funny to just try to light it on fire with him inside of it. Apparently he's not down with that. I think we can burn this one. Oh, nope. Alright, it's been taken care of. We have defeated the Grim Totem, essentially.
King's honor, friend. Safe travels.
Alright, so we've dealt with the Grim Totem. We've dealt with the mystery of the Shady Rest Inn. And the only real things left outstanding is going to be the Mudsprocket stuff. But I think like the main story arcs here are about to wrap up. And we might eke out level 43 out of it all. It'll be close.
Well met.
We have avenged James and his family, but not even that can restore what was destroyed. I wish we had a way of letting James Hyle's wife and son know that we have brought their murderers to justice. Captain Vimes produces a small wreath decorated with flowers. There are some who say that their spirits will know even if we cannot reach them. It's not much, but I'd like you to lay this wreath at the Hyle family monument. It's one of the larger stones in the graveyard just north of Theramore's gates. We'll get a pretty good agility helm for this. That will never show people.
Bless you.
Because it looks really weird. Looks like an EverQuest helmet, weirdly. I'm wondering if we're ever going to talk to Jim himself. He's sitting outside the inn over there, like half out of his mind. James? No, you're not James, but I know who you are. You're the one who tracked down the brutes who did this to us. I tried so hard to tell Jim, to tell anyone who was behind this, but I couldn't find a way. Thank you for helping us and for helping Jim. If you see him, tell him little Jimmy and I love him and that we're waiting for him. Mommy, when will we see Daddy again? I don't know when we'll see Daddy again, Jimmy, but I know he loves you and he misses you very much. Ugh, these are like really corny like quests sometimes, but like as a parent, it's still difficult to read them. Just thoughts you really don't want to have, you know?
Light be with you.
Captain Vime smiles slightly as you relate the events you witness at the Heil family grave. It's good to know that they understand. You didn't tell them about James, did you? I'll deliver his wife's message to him, but I doubt he'll understand. Yeah, he's like a crazy now. He's like
Go with honor,
lost
friend.
it. We'll take the agility. As you guys have pointed out, it's our most important stat. And now I think we are going to take a flight down to Mudsprocket.
What's on your mind? Keep your feet on the ground. I got the best deals anywhere! Glad I could help!
Alright, let's have a look around and grab all these quests. Wanted Goreclaw the Ravenous. Travelers and Steamwheel personnel working in the field are advised to avoid the Bloodfen Burrow to the west of town. The area is overrun with raptors led by the cruel and cunning Goreclaw the Ravenous, who has already killed at least 2 Steamweedle agents. Drazit Dripvalve has authorized a generous reward to be paid to the individual who rids Mudsprocket of this menace. Oh, we get a nice agility ring for this. Okay, I'm in.
Hey,
Catch the dragon by the tail. With a Zeppelin crash delaying supplies, we've run out of medicines and bandages. We're making use of what we can, but between all the insects, the injuries, and the enemies we've encountered here, I can barely keep up. I've found one herb that seems to heal wounds and dull pain, but it too is in short supply. It's called Wormtail, and it's abundant in the Dragonmark and Wormbog areas east of town.
have a good one.
We will collect some medicine for you. That seems like a noble thing to do, even if we're doing it for a goblin. Are you startled by Brog's presence here, little human? Don't worry, goblins at Mudsprocket are Brog's friends, and you can be too. Brog left Brackenwall Village when new Overlord Not take revenge against Black Dragonkin for destroying Old Home and killing many of Brog's old friends. Brog come here to lay friend spirits to rest and avenge them, but Brog need help preparing. For ritual, Brog need feathers from strong magic, like ones worn by raptors at Bloodfen Burrow. Alright, I like the paint-on background stuff. You just kind of have to make yourself not look at it, you know what I mean?
Time is money, friend.
Let's be smart
Keep
and
it
make
real.
this in our home. Even though it looks more like a storage closet than an inn. And yeah, we will go right out. What do we want to do first? Let's do the Bloodfen Feathers first, since that'll get us into some combat. And then we will loop back and collect the Wormtail we need. Nice, there's level 43. Let's go ahead and we will finish off Vitality. That's going to give us 25% additional to our energy regen now, which is pretty massive. It's probably why we've become an absolute beast at taking on single enemies. Is because we're generating so much resource. And we're just able to do more abilities per fight. Goreclaw the Ravenous is over here. Let's go take him on as well while we collect the raptor feathers. Well, that's actually all the feathers that we need. Where is he at? Let's see. He's way back there. We have all of our cooldowns up. This could get iffy. We might have to vanish this one. Let's try to fight it out. All right. That was not bad. That was not bad. And with that, we're heading back.
Talk to me.
We are going to grab the ring.
Keep it real.
We are going to equip said ring immediately. Just have level 20 rings on, no big deal, right? Banner of the Stonemaul. When the dragons came and took over Brog's old home, Stonemaul ogres fled and left everything behind, including Clan's banner. Brog knows banner was kept deep in Stonemaul Ogre Mound, but these days it's called Den of Flame. Brog must have Clan banner to get his revenge on dragons who killed his friends. Brog's clan's old mound, Den of Flame, is northwest of Mudsprocket and crawling with dragonkin. And the essence of enmity. To make the totem Brog will need for his ritual, he must use the essence of creatures who killed his friends. The hate and anger of Brog's enemies will fuel the magic of his vengeance. Track down the Firemane, Ashtails, Scouts, or Scalebanes and use Brog's totem on their corpses. Only when the dragonkin die will they give up their essence. Alright, first I think we're going to go gather the Wormtail. That is what we're going to do first. casual dragon shadow blotting out the sun. It's probably fine. Alright, there we go. That's 8 out of 8. Oh, this is for the dragon essence. We're gonna find all that we need up here, I think. I don't think we have to bother with the guys out this way.
Interesting.
Thank you. This will help keep our guys going out in the field until Moxie returns with the rest of the supplies from the Zeppelin crash. We got a sword here. 1.5. But it's stamina and int, so that's not going to help us. Leather, strength, and agility. Would we rather have the strength instead of stamina? I think I'd rather have the stam. I don't know how much strength helps us.
Hurry back.
Let's take a look at our character sheet. So, right now we got 103 to 136 damage. That's more. That's an increase of damage. We'll go with those pants. Alright, yep. Pretty easy choice to make there, I guess. Let's see if we can go deal with some of these guys. We need 1 banner and we need 10 essence. I think we can do this. It's gonna be inside of a cave over here, right? Yeah, I was pretty sure there was like a cave entrance somewhere that we have to go in to get to the banner. Maybe it's yeah, it's this way. Let's just go in over here. Let's vanish and give ourselves a clean slate. Now, I think we'll probably be able to get most of these guys as we work our way towards the banner. So let's try that first. If we need any more for the essence, we'll get them when we come out. Say, unless someone's just cleared through here, then that might be a different story. But I think we're good. Lots of enemies up. So we need to do this before we skin. But we can still skin afterwards. Okay. Unnecessary item cooldowns. Something we can probably live without. don't want to skin him until we use the item, Robert. No, we've done it a couple times already. Alright, there's the banner. Let's clear this guy out of the room. Yeah, with more energy, I can do slice and dice and eviscerate every fight. And that's cool. I really like that a lot more. I like doing the 2-point slice and dice and then a 3-point eviscerate to finish off. And if we're fighting at level guys with the current rate of energy, then yeah, that works out perfectly. I didn't zap that guy, did I? Yeah, I have so many people to zap. 2 more. That's not too bad. I've been doing probably better than I thought. But worse than I could have been doing. Probably could have been done already. And that's it. We can actually... Well, we have 4 minutes. We could probably run out of here in 4 minutes and get back to town before that even happens. Let's see about that. Looks like our way out is still clear. I appreciate the lack of respawns in this case. And let's see what our luck is going to be like running out of here. Pretty good so far. Spirits of Stonemaul Hold. Brog has completed the totem that will put the spirits of his friends to rest. When the Dragonkin came, they killed all Stonemaul who did not flee. Brog fled with Overlord Mok Marak, hoping to lead a counterattack with other Stonemaul survivors. The counterattack never came, and the spirits of the Stonemaul dead still haunt Brog and the others. Take this totem to Stonemaul Ruins and use it near ogre skeletons to draw the spirit to you. Defeat the spirit to give it rest with its bones. Alright, we will be doing that, but this is going to be a good point for us to take a little bit of a break, guys. Level 43, at level 44 I'll probably head back to Civilization and do our training. But I'm thinking that we're probably going to hit level 44 here, and that might be it. We might get close to 45. We never went to Desolus. It's a place that we could have gone. The questing would not have been as good as Dustwallow. But yeah, I think we are almost ready to step into Tanner. So we can do the early stuff, the Wastewander Justice, the Water Pouch Bounty, Troll Temper in the dungeon. We can do some stuff already. There's some stuff out here we can do. So, yeah, that is what we're looking at. Let me know what you think, guys. I'd love to hear from you on this one. And as always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.